or just not comfortable on who we are,
Uh-huh.
what we what we can offer. So that was kind of where my mindset was at when I was just creating
Y-
um,
Your,
my,
your presentation.
my presentation.
All right. So, well, that's pretty much in line with the question that I asked in this March
Right,
email here. I've heard that heat pumps can work in my market, but our company has no experience with them. Can you
right.
explain to my staff so we can get started? And then we talk about the key elements, the advantages and disadvantages, comparing them to other heating systems and all that. So why don't you just go ahead and start?
Right. So my goal for today with you is to give you a high level overview of AquaCal and some of our key components. So you have a better understanding when you're meeting with customers how to navigate those conversations effectively. But most importantly, and I'm going to use the leverage of the website because I want to teach you how to fish. I don't know if you've ever heard of the expression of feed a man, give a man a fish, you feed him for a day. You teach him how to fish, you feed him for a lifetime.
I love that.
So I want to provide. I have some material here for you that you can tangibly take with you if you have a house call with brochures. This is a flip chart of a lot of key information that will help you.
Okay.
I don't expect you to it's unfair to expect you to understand, learn, and know everything about these products first introduction. So I want to teach you how to access the information. And as you already know, you have me as a resource. We have a great support team with AquaCal. If anything else comes up, and if I can't get that information, I'll find somebody who can. So first and foremost, who we are. AquaCal has been around since 1981. They are the leader, the world's largest swimming pool heat pump manufacturer. We have over 275,000 heat pumps worldwide. And if we can navigate through the website, all of this information that I'm conveying to you today can be found on the website and in this flip chart. So
Is that the actual website, right? Okay, cool. So you're online?
Yep, so we're online. So if you have somebody either in a house, you can hook up to their Wi-Fi, or if they're in their office through a laptop or even through your desktop. So this gives you information on a little bit on who we are and what we do. Like I said, 1981, 275,000 heat pumps worldwide. And we set the standard in technology, reliability, and performance. How do we do that? Is a couple of things. One, we have dedicated engineers that are specifically and focused to AquaCal. Every single unit that's manufactured and built is tested off of the line. And probably my favorite feature within AquaCal is they have a testing facility where they can manipulate and create any environment and test our heat pumps to make sure that they do what we claim and say they do. We've even brought in competitors' heat pumps to test. Competitors even rent that space to test their own units. So it's a sure way of making sure that we are in the cutting edge and we are the industry leader in this technology, and that you get a heat pump that will do what we claim and what we advertise. So we can go to resources, which is a lot of great information on the basics. It's a good tutorial to learn about in the owner basics on how heat pumps work, why you should use heat pumps, why it's important. For obvious reasons, it extends your swimming season. You spend and invest all this money on this big, beautiful pool, either commercial or residential, and you can keep it at a comfortable swimming temperature. So you can do your staycations. You can stay in your backyard. You can enjoy your pool with your family. There's therapeutic benefits of swimming in warmer water, and it creates an enjoyable environment for you, family, your neighbors. So here's a heat pump 101. Then you can take your customers here, and it gives great detailed information about how it flows, how it's installed, your pump goes through your pump, through the filter. It's hit with our heat pump. Then it's returned. The warm water is returned to the pool.
So it's basically like a gas heater. We've been installing gas heaters for a long time, and you're basically after the filter and
Well,
before a chlorine generator, right?
Yeah, it's before the chlorine generator. But what makes us unique is we use the ambient air, and we convert the warm air and transfer it through technology within the unit. Transfer that heat from the air into the pool water, and we'll get into some on how it works. We can go there right now here. And we can even flip through here so we can show some benefits, how it works. So free heat is taken from the air, transferred to the pool water. And if you want a really detailed technical explanation, the warm air is absorbed by the liquid refrigerant. And this is a good cycle to show you exactly really what happens within our heat pumps. Cool liquid refrigerant, the warm air is drawn in through the fan. It's compressed to hot vapor, and then through our patented thermal titanium condenser. This unit is really what separates us from our competition.
So it's kind of like an air conditioner system.
It works very much right. Right, just a little bit different. It's using, we don't use electricity to create heat. We're just simply using what's around in the heat from the warm air, and using that as a source to heat the pool. We'll get into a little bit later of how you measure the efficiency. Industry terminology would be COP, or coefficient of performance, and it's calculated through national averages of every dollar that you spend through the titanium heat exchanger, and how we've created and developed this unit. You can get up to 6.8 or $6.80 worth of heat. So it's very, very.
So is that what
efficient.
COP means?
Coefficient of performance? Yes, it's let's see here. So we can go through, and this is the thermal link. This is actually the titanium heat exchanger.
What's that got to do with COP?
Well, this is how the unit runs on makes the unit very, very efficient. If I can get the definition for. It's measuring the efficiency of the unit. The more efficient the heat pump, for every dollar you spend, you get that dollar multiplied by the COB, back in energy.
So you're saying that if you use a dollar's worth of energy to operate the machine, that you get $6 worth of heat energy into the swimming pool?
Right.
Okay.
Correct.
So I know gas heaters work no matter what. What are the limitations on heat pumps?
The limitations, it varies. There's sometimes if the colder the weather, it can take a heat pump longer to heat the pool. Some of the limitations, the cost. So if you have natural gas, there's a high expense. With electric heaters, you're getting a dollar for dollar $1 worth of $1 worth of energy. So there's the efficiency. You're using power to create the heat. With the AquaCal, you're using energy to really turn the fan to bring in the air over the coils, which will start the process to create the heat transfer to the water.
Okay. So how do I size it? I got a customer that has a 20 by 40 foot pool. Our average air temperature here in Bahrain is in the winter time around 70, and he's going to want it around 85 or so. How do we size this thing?
Well, with if they're in your office, you can actually size the equipment right through the website, and you can even do a cost analysis to show savings. So with the cost estimator, and there's also calculations that you can do in the field if you don't have web access, and we can do the longhand version. But I just wanted to show you the website, because this will save you a lot of time as opposed to sending an email of all the pool criteria, and then because when I size a pool, I go right to this website, so you would have access to the same information that I would. So here you would plug in, it's all data entry. So you would plug in whether you want US or metric. We're going to use air source. Geothermal is a different product line that we offer. We can go into a little bit more detail, but we can keep it.
Well, pick an area that you service instead of Dubai.
Sure. Let's do Singapore. And we select the city, and for argumentative purposes, we'll just say we want to heat the pool all year, and then we can.
Yeah, my wife likes using it for water exercise, but she loves the water temperature at around 90. Can we set that as a set point in here?
There is an override. So we can go average. That's 10. I'd have to do some more research.
Well, then let's just stay with the standard. If I asked you a question that you can't answer right now, so
just do for data purposes.
So you're in Singapore. All right.
So the longhand version.
Is there a form for the longhand version?
There is. I believe. Is that on? I counted on the website here.
Well, if you can use the website, go ahead and
Okay.
make your own numbers up, and let's show me an example.
Sure. So we'll do. How big of a pool we want to do?
5 by 10. That's pretty typical for Singapore.
Okay.
You're talking in meters or feet?
I have it in feet.
Okay. If it's in feet, do 15 by 30 is fine.
15 by 30. I'll do an average depth of say 4 feet. In Singapore, we'll do windy coastal conditions. It's 50 cycle there. We'll say that there's no in-floor cleaning system.
Right. Keep it simple.
We'll do Now, what I like about these features is they give you three different scenarios. One would be standard, no blanket, a liquid blanket, or a regular pool cover. So we can actually pick the same unit in each scenario, and the system will calculate based on the coldest run date how long it would take that heat pump to heat that water.
Okay.
So we can just play around with the heat pumps to see a
So
variance.
what are you putting in there, Brian?
So it's our SQ175.
Well, let me tell you, I before you came, because I knew we were going to talk about this. I know that natural gas costs $2 a therm, and I know that electricity is 10 cents a kilowatt hour. Okay, so does that help you with your program?
Yeah, we can do our energy profile. So you said your LP gas,
No, natural gas.
natural gas,
And $2 a therm
$2.
in U.S. dollars. And power costs 10 cents a kilowatt hour.
Okay. And then this generates your cost savings
Mm-hmm.
based on the data. So you can change the numbers,
Mm-hmm.
change the different units of that we offer, and how it would assess you.
Well, we don't use blankets here, and I've never even heard of a liquid blanket, so we'll just do it without a blanket. Can you tell me what the cost, what the overall cost is going to be for a heat pump versus the gas heater that I've got as another choice?
Let's see here. So here we have the average monthly cost.
No, I'm talking about the installation costs. We'll move on from that because I think you can print that out and I'll look at that later. So what's it cost for me to install, or what are the big cost things installing a heat pump versus a gas heater?
Well, the gas heater, you would have to, obviously would have to run your gas line to the heat pump. So there's the gas company, the electric company, they have to tandem to install that unit to make sure everything is compliant. AquaCal, there's obviously there's no gas. You're using the ambient air to convert to heat the water. So it's just an HVAC technician that can come and can install the unit.
Is there a big power requirement for a heat pump that would cause you to have to bring in an extra line?
No, it's very efficient. There's not a lot of electric power.
Okay. So, and how about if I'm going to sell this thing? What happens if I need to analyze and troubleshoot it? How am I going to handle that?
Well, we have a troubleshooting guide. You also have technical support directly from the factory. You have a resource to I know for one example, we needed some support in a foreign country. We actually had a teammate from the factory did a Skype call with that individual for immediate technical support. So in the event any installation or any issues or concerns in the field, we have more than capable technicians at your disposal to help troubleshoot.
Well, my people don't know anything about heat pumps, so is there anybody in Singapore that I could call to help me with this problem if I have a problem?
Any HVAC certified technician
Okay.
would be qualified to work on an AquaCal. on an AquaCal heat pump, and we can help locate qualified technicians in your area as well.
Okay. And how do I decide which one, which model to pick, size-wise?
Well, that really depends on the size of the pool that you want. We have the Heatwave Super Quiet, which is it's given its name because it's virtually silent, 55 decibels at about 10 feet away. So if you're in an area where noise is critical, then the Super Quiet line would be a good fit. Smaller spa type scenarios, there's a Tropical line that can deliver heat to your smaller bodies of water. And we even have large units that can heat Olympic-sized commercial application as well.
Okay.